Kids Families. I am outside of Dollar Tree and I'm getting ready to show you some very inexpensive materials that you can gather to do some more kid activities at home. I know all of our activity plans have focused on things that you already have around the house, but now that we know we'll all be sheltering in place for a longer period of time, it might be worth your while to do a little bit of shopping to pick up some of these materials. So I'll be showing you some different things in different categories that you can use to do some fun activities with your kids. In the first basket, you see an ABC puzzle, a composition book that you can use for journaling or drawing, rulers for measuring, paints, stickers. Stickers are great for fine motor, some dice that you can play number games with, a dinosaur set. They also had bugs, and sometimes they have zoo animals that you can put into a sensory bin or play sorting games with. And then there's mailing tape. If you're at home and you make flashcards or something for your child, don't have a laminator, you can use mailing tape on them to make them more durable. On a plastic tablecloth, we use those a lot at PDL when we're doing messy play to protect the floor. Masking tape, you can also use painter's tape in art practice, in art to mask off different sections that you maybe don't want to paint. Or you can make lines on the floor to do movement activities. I found paintbrushes, chenille stems, and pom-poms that are really fun to use in color sorting games and fine motor games. And then I found balloons. Balloons are super fun for movement games. You can blow them up and sort them by color. And at PDL, we've filled balloons with different things like flour and rice so the kids could feel the textures. In the second basket, you see some ice cube trays. Those can be used for playing sorting games. A colander. It's fun to poke pipe cleaners or chenille stems through the holes. A large basin with a lid. That can be your sensory bin for playing with rice or beans or other kind of messy materials. There's paper plates. You can use those to make crafts or to put paint on there for them to use it as a palette. There's some straws. You can cut straws into smaller pieces and they can lace those on a string. Paper bags for puppets. We have some salt. You can actually dye salt different colors to make a salt tray that they can use to write letters in. We have beans and rice that you can use to put in a sensory bin. I can also share a fun recipe on how to dye the rice rainbow colors. And then we have a pool noodle. Pool noodles are great for all kinds of activities. You can cut them in half lengthwise to make a ramp for little cars or to make a marble run, or you can cut slices across for stringing like beads. Basket, I found an erasable tablet, kind of like a cheapy version of a Magnadoodle. For writing practice, I found colored wood sticks that you can use in crafts or fine motor. A big magnet, science fun with magnets to see what's attracted to a magnet. I found a thermometer. They also had a rain gauge. You could set up your own little weather station outside and monitor the weather each day, maybe do some graphing. And then I found a magnifying sheet. You can use that to observe small things like parts of a plant or bugs that are in your garden. Some other things that I know Dollar Tree or Dollar General carry, but I just couldn't find them, were vinegar. We use vinegar in a lot of science experiments. We also use that in the recipe to dye the rice different colors. They also have 6-cup muffin tins that you can use for sorting games. Tongs or tweezers that we use for fine motor practice, food coloring. And then some other food items like flour and vegetable oil that, like I had shared the homemade Play-Doh recipe. Those are both used in that recipe, as well as you can actually make homemade paint with flour and water and food coloring. So all these items are readily available, very inexpensively from a dollar store. Some of them may be, you can find them at Target or grocery store, Walmart, wherever. Um, but hopefully you may even have some of these around the house, but you can use these to do lots and lots of fun things with your kids during this time that we're all at home.